Welcome once again to Sally Melodies classroom, where we learn basic and simple music. Today, I want us to learn about something different. Remember when we started, we said that music is represented by symbols. And for you to be able to interpret music, you must be able to know these kind of symbols. At least there are a few symbols that we have learned in the previous lessons, including a staff, a clef, and all that. But in order for it to make sense and for it to bring out the sweetness, you must be able to know all these things. So our next symbol today is time signature. Time signature. Remember, each and every symbol has got its own purpose. And one cannot do without another. Let's say that one can't do without another. Because the staff is the one that is going to hold all of them. And then you cannot have the clef without the time signature. And of course, the key signatures, which we are going to learn in the future. Because right now, we are in the key of C. So when we go to other keys, we are going to see accidentals written on this staff. Now, let's see. What is time signature? When you come across such a word, time signature, what comes into your mind? We are going to explain in a very simple way so that things will be simple. So this is just a symbol that is written at the beginning of the staff to show how many beats each bar has. I repeat, a symbol written at the beginning of the staff to show how many beats each bar has. And then we proceed by saying, when grouping, and you underline the word grouping, when grouping the notes, each bar or measure must be equal. Each bar or measure must be equal. And what is a bar or a measure? This is a measure or a bar. It is just a unit. This is a unit. This is another unit. This is another unit. Units by which the staff is divided into. And what do we use to divide or to create those measures and bars in a staff? We use bar lines. This is a bar line. At the beginning, we have an opening bar line here. And then we have another bar line and another bar line. There are so many depending on the duration of your music or the length of your music. And then at the end, when you come to close, you close with a double bar line. You write 2 lines. That is a double bar line. That one, the double bar line indicates that that is the end of that piece or the end of that particular section. Okay? But in between, you use only a bar line, a single one. But at the end, you use a double bar line. So this is a bar or a measure. This is another measure and this is another measure. But now, you will allow me to use one staff for the purpose of learning. These are 3 different songs or 3 different pieces. I have just used one staff to explain. But you cannot have, unless it is a song that is asking for you changing the time signature. The time signature should be the same for the beginning. So you only change the time signature maybe when need be. But I have only used this measure, the same staff, to explain these time signatures. So let's call it, let's assume they are different songs. So here, you have 2/4. What do we mean by 2/4? So the upper number, and don't write 2/4. No, this is not a fraction. It is a time signature. So you don't have to say 2/4, 3/4, or 4/4. You just say 2/4. And you should write them the way that they are visible. It's like they divide the staff into 2, the upper number and the lower number. So what you need to do is to know what the upper number talks about. The upper number talks about the number of beats in that bar. I repeat, the top number talks about the number of beats in that particular bar. And then the lower one talks about the value of the notes that have been used. For example, we have 2 crochets here. These are 2 crochets. That's why it's a 2/4. 2 crochets. So what is the value of a crochet? The value of a crochet is measured by 4. 4 means they are crochets. We shall come to that. So 2/4 means in every bar in that music, it has got 2 crochet beats. And remember, when we were doing variation or splitting, we said that it's not a must they appear in crochets. It can even be a minim here, but the value doesn't change. It can even be 4 quavers. The value will not change. But make sure that inside that bar or every bar in that song, the notes are into 2. They are in 2. They are in 2s. They can be 2 crochets. They can be 4 quavers. It can be just 1 minim, but the value should be 2. 1, 2. Even if we had a minim, we could still write it there, and the value could be 2, 4. We come to this other measure here, or bar, this bar here, or this other piece. We say that this is a 3/4. We have our 3 crochets. So that song, you are required to do it in 3/4 because we have 3 crochet beats in that bar. 3 means they are 3 crochets, and then 4 means they are crochets. The number of beats are 3, and the value of the notes is crochet. 4 stands for crochets. Same applies to this other measure or bar, or this other piece, because these are different pieces, only that I have shared the stuff. So 4/4 means that we have 4 crochet beats in every bar. The upper number means there are 4 crochets, and then the bottom number means that the value of the notes is in crochets. Now, how do we conduct a 2/4? We conduct like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Even the conducting will tell you that the time signature is in 2/4. How do we conduct a 3/4 in a song? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How do we conduct a 4/4 in a song? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So even conducting is not the same. The way you conduct a 2/4 is not the same that the way you conduct a 3/4, and it is not the same way you conduct a 4/4. Another thing, there are many types of time signatures which we are going to look at in the next lesson. So, but at this level, maybe we can look at simple time. 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. This is called just simple time. And then maybe as time goes by, we shall look at others. So let's just think about simple time. We have others like compound time, irregular time, but at this level, because this is very basic, let us deal with simple time. Simple time. Thank you very much for attending the lesson. See you in the next lesson.